and that. I've slept on it. Do you know what I mean? I'm still bored, but we're here. The man them are here. Cam's birthday today and that. What you saying, bro?
Come on, man. Come on. Hey,
Man,
getting old now. Yeah.
Let United ruin your birthday and that, bro. Thank God the game won today.
They did well.
Cam's obviously happy with the Marcus Rashford performance yesterday.
Come on, man. I shouted, bro. You get me? Hey, do the job for me. You get me? He's like, all right, say nothing. I got that. Still, I got you this week.
Yeah, bro. Obviously, the man them here, Statman's in the building. Saeed. Hey, man, them, what you saying?
We're blessed, man. We're blessed. You get me? Like, it's another day. You know what I mean? 3 points. It was a good vibes night last night. You know, good vibes.
Yeah, it was lit.
He was back again last night. You feel me?
But I'm glad we won, brother. I had my glass of wine and that, man, chilled, man, had my dinner after, and then I just didn't need to be stressed. You get me? It was calm. You know what I'm saying? Some of the comments, blood, this brother thinks that PSG are going to open us up, bro. Man said that's the most fraudulent victory I've ever seen, blood. I pray that PSG don't open us up because we're awful for 80 minutes. We were awful for 75, not 80. Donny came on at 75, and then we looked like a proper football team, innit? But we said that before. No Donny in this team. I don't know how Donny van de Beek doesn't get into the starting lineup, bro. He's easily our most progressive midfielder, bro. Easily, bro. Like, just his thought process, his movement off the ball, everything. He just wants to get forward. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how this brother doesn't start. Like, it's criminal.
Especially when Pogba got dropped yesterday.
Yeah. How'd you drop them both? That didn't make no sense to me, innit? That's what told me Ollie's head was gone at the beginning. You don't drop both of them, innit? Pogba, I understand if you're not going to start him, but then you have to play Donny. McTominay. How does McTominay start in a Manchester United team when pretty much we've got a fully fit squad to choose from?
You know what? Yeah, like, to be fair, yeah, I thought McTominay did a decent little job having to defend with ASM and that. I'm not even going to lie. You know what I mean? I thought obviously on the ball, McTom's never going to be great. You know what I mean? But I thought off the ball, he did what he was there to do, to be honest. Like, the most you get out of McTominay in them type of games. And I think that's what McTominay should be for. Obviously not very extremely talented, but I think he should be a player that when Man United feel like there's a danger man that here or there and you want to stop him, even if you can call it negative tactics or whatever. But if you've got a player that you feel is dangerous, and you need someone to go do a job, I think McTominay's your guy. I think he's your guy, man.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I can't lie. He doesn't have the IQ of a Darren Fletcher, bro. Like, people wanted to compare him to like a Darren Fletcher, but Darren Fletcher's actually, even though he's technically limited, yeah, he was very intelligent in it. I think that McTominay is a very reactive midfielder, very reactive, bro. Like, he doesn't see danger in it. Like, he reacts to danger, and the problem with that is Fred's similar as well. They both react to danger in it, but they don't really read danger. When you play them both in midfield, bruv, there's just an open avenue in the midfield. I think if Newcastle had a bit more quality on the ball, bruv, they could have hurt us yesterday because they were getting through our midfield quite comfortably, bro. It's just that they had nothing at the end, bro. No penetration in it. And the same thing worried me when we played Brighton, how easily Brighton were opening us up, because as we saw when we came up against Spurs, we had a bit more quality in the final third. It was open season, blood. Do you know what I mean? I don't think the Fred and McTominay thing works, because I think between them, none of them sense danger, which is why I think that one of them, they need Matic to babysit them, bro. Like, one of the two of them.
I don't see either of them as sitters.
They're not, exactly.
That's the thing. I see them both as they like to go and make a tackle. You get me? You know, some people just like to screen a game. Them both of them like to make tackles, innit?
Yeah,
so
they're reactive. They see stuff and they wanna get involved.
They get excited, innit? They get excited.
Open, innit? It can be very open. But I don't know, man. I feel like, I think Fred was playing all right. You know what I mean? I had to watch the game. I think Fred was playing all right. He had a good game. He was unlucky to come off. But the reason he's going to come off is because he's seen more as the ball player. You get me? More of a ball player than, what's my man, McTominay. So, you know, Ollie will do more of a like-for-like kind of sub and stuff. So that's why I wasn't too surprised to see him come off. I know a lot of people were, but I feel like he had a good game. Credit to him. He can be happy with that.
He was better than McTominay, but I'm tired of seeing him get pulled off, blood. Like, instead of McTominay, it's clear there's a clear favoritism thing with McTominay and Fred. It's clear that Ollie don't rate Fred, innit? It's clear he doesn't like him, because any opportunity, it's almost like he's got the substitutions pre-planned before games, blood. You know who's gonna come off, innit? Fred had another good game. Like, Statman, we got the numbers. Have you got Fred's numbers in front of you?
Yeah. But one thing I will say about first, like touching on Max and stuff, I don't think Max can play yesterday. Because what we see with Saint Maximin, he's a very good ball progressor. He's a very good ball carrier with the ball.
Yeah.
So say if you have Max, he's like, let's be honest, he's not the most mobile. He will struggle in those type of games. So I think Fred and McTominay kind of had to play yesterday.
I would have played Fred and Donny though. Like I wouldn't have played. I wouldn't have played. I wouldn't have played McTominay. I don't think he was needed, bruv. I don't think he was needed really. And the thing is, when Donny came on and Pogba came on, that's when man really saw like we could just take these men apart. With all due respect to Newcastle, yeah, like Steve Bruce always has them well organized, but there's not quality there, bro. There's not. If there was, we could have been in trouble yesterday. But there's no quality, man. They look poor. Apart from Saint Maximin doing something off the cuff, there weren't shit to worry about from Newcastle. Do you know what I mean? The one chance they did have that De Gea made the save, Saint Maximin, bruv, having man on ice skates. That's all it was.
And Harry Maguire lost his man there.
What are you about, man? He had a faultless game, man. Hey, Sam, man, what are you playing at, man?
It's true.
He had a faultless game,
Watch
man.
it back. Harry Maguire lost to Callum Wilson and David Hay obviously saved him.
Yo, I didn't see that, man. You get filmed. Feel me? I didn't see that.
Of course you did.
I might have to replay that still.
You know what? I think
the clip.
I feel it was one of them games, yeah, that, you know what, it's good to have got a 4-1 scoreline. It was one of them games where United, even I know we got a peak run, we got PSG, we got Chelsea and all of that type of shit, but when I looked at Newcastle, I thought it was going to be one of them games that we drop points, man. Them teams that we don't break down, and then eventually they nick a goal and then it's peak. So to come out with a convincing win, people will say it's just Newcastle, but hey, listen, it's just Palace, it's just Brighton, and they smoked us. So you know what I mean, we can take that win after getting absolutely humiliated the other day, and then we move from there. And the thing is, I mentioned, like, a lot of people had something to prove, and they still do. Obviously, this is just one win, but a lot of them had bad weeks. Maguire, horrible week. De Gea, he cost Spain, bro. You know what I mean? He cost Spain. Rashford, no Martial playing, no Greenwood, no Cavani, obviously. You got to lead the line, bro. You got to deliver something. Bruno, we've been talking about him. He even bounced back from the penalty. I mean, that's what big players do. If you're going to miss a penalty, you got to react well. And he gave a goal. He gave an assist. So for me, what I was looking at is what have people got up there? Do you know what I mean? And at least they proved they've got some kind of mental strength, man. Mental strength. Wan-Bissaka, not even getting called up for England.
Big up Wan-Bissaka, man.
That must have hurt him. I don't think he was still kind of moving mad, but when I see he bagged a goal, I was like, ain't nothing.
England played 3 right backs and Wan-Bissaka couldn't get in the squad. That's how you know it's peak, innit?
Exactly. So good for him, man. A lot of these lot showed a lot of mental strength anyway, and then now they got to continue going. PSG, will see what happens, but we're more focused on getting a good run again in the Premier League, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
me too.
We got serious.
But that was my thing. When man were like, "Oh, we're resting players for PSG," I said, "PSG away is not a game we're supposed to win. We're not expected to win that. I'm not resting players for that game." Do you know what I mean? That don't make no sense.
Scoreline low. Try to keep the scoreline low for that one. You know what I'm saying? All due respect, but I'm trying to keep the scoreline low for that one.
Now, my man said, that right, we're acting like they're prime Barca and that their back line is suspect and this, that, and the other. We can definitely do damage. Stop giving them so much respect. I don't think, it's got anything to do with that, bro. We saw what happened against Tottenham, innit? My thing is, with PSG, it's not their back line, because I don't think our attack is that flipping scary, bro, right now. It's not. Like, we pammed Newcastle, but Newcastle are dead, innit? Let's be honest. It's the midfield and the attack with them is that I worry about. Because if they bypass our midfield, Mbappe versus Shaw or flipping Wan-Bissaka or whatever, and Neymar don't have a role, bro. Who's going to pick Neymar up? Like, bro, these men are scary, bro. Like, it's not even just them 2 players alone are scary enough, bro. Like, real talk. Because man saw what Son done to us. Do you know what I'm saying? And Son ain't Mbappe. So when I see these things, it's not about their backline, bro. Like, because honestly, I don't think we're that scary going forward.
You know what? I don't think we're scary going forward, but in all honesty, bro, when United pick up anything on the counter, one thing that I've seen, bro, no matter who is in that starting lineup, when Man United are on the counter, it's actually flames, bro. It's actually flames. Like it could be Dan James, Rashford, Martial. It could be Lingard. It could be anyone, bro. In all honesty, it could be anyone. When Man United are on the counter attack, it's actually scary, bro. And then we actually score goals off it. And look at the counter attack yesterday, bro. What was it? Van der Beek to Bruno, back to Van der Beek to Mata, bomb to Rashford, bomb to Bruno, bro. Like on the counter attack, if we can soak up a bit of pressure, which we're not the greatest defenders, but I think if we soak up a bit of pressure, we can get something on the counter. If that's the only way I expect us to set up. We're not gonna set up to go and flip and play them off the park. So we're gonna have to play to that strength, and I think if you look at Man United's team, that's the actual one strength we have. We can counter very, very well, in my opinion.
What you think? Sitting back and letting PSG have the ball, completely is a good idea.
I think with the manager that we have, and with the players that we have under the manager that we have, I think that's the only way I can see us setting up. I can't see us trying to go toe to toe with PSG. Nah, I can't see that, bro. I can't see that. I see us pick them off.
I think it's gonna be similar to the way we set up against Man City in March, a back five, and then hopefully we can just counter them.
Tellez
Tellez left wing back and Luke Shaw at left centre back.
Yeah.
Are you surprised not to see Tellez make an appearance yesterday? Are you just going to throw him straight in against PSG like that?
I don't think Tellez is starting. I don't think he's going to play against PSG. You guys think he's going to play against PSG? Yeah?
I think we have to play Luke Shaw left centre back and play a back five against PSG if we're going to stand any chance of not getting pammed. If we go 4 at the back against them, we're nah. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, Saeed's guy is about to get Kane road blood. I'm telling you.
Right, there's the 2 other centre backs, lads. That's saying.
I think one of the main
big up Maguire yesterday, though. So.
We didn't see Tellez yesterday because he also played for Brazil, flying from South America, coming back in.
True. I mean, if you're gonna play him wing back, then I think that's not too bad. Yeah, you can start him against PSG, and then what you have Bruno. It's just about is Pogba gonna start? I don't think he'll start Van der Beek. I think he's gonna. He's gonna go very.
It's gonna do a 4-2-3-1 again with Matic and Pogba on the midfield pivot. You just know it's gonna happen like that, and then Bruno in the number 10 role, and then you're gonna have again Mata, what's it called, Rashford, and then obviously James.
100.
Sorry, nah, he's mad.
I bet you because of what McTominay did for him.
That was Shelby. That's Shelby though.
But Shelby was
not against Newcastle. I'm talking about last time we played PSG and McTominay was just there buzzing around all their players.
Fred was the one. Fred was the one that busted that game. Fred was a key one in that game. I remember Fred was the man of the match, man.
He was man of the match, and against Barca too, he was.
Yeah. So
Fred.
Yeah, Fred.
Oh yeah, Fred,
I think it's also important to remember we've got Martial back for that game as well. So I think he has to be a back five from Oli. I can't see him playing a back four. Like every single time we play the big teams, it's always a back five. You can't be letting Maguire and Lindelof up against Mbappe and Neymar and Di Maria and stuff. Especially with Variety. I think Variety's back now as well. In the midfield.
I can't lie, I feel like it's gonna be a tough game, but I can't lie. When I see things and we expect to get battered, it never happens that way, bro. So
I know, that's true.
Yeah. I don't
say that, but part of me thought we'll get pumped by Tottenham, So it's one of them ones after the Brighton game. Do you know what I mean? I always say that there are always telltale signs in it. Tony Adams said yesterday, that he was like picking up like certain defensive mistakes, bruv, and they highlighted your guy Maguire, Saeed, and they said, bruv, fair enough, bruv. Like man's positioning, he was making mistakes, and we weren't getting punished against better teams. That don't happen, innit?
No, of course.
And the Brighton game was the prime example when these men were celebrating the Brighton victory. And I said, bruv, smoke is on the horizon. But I didn't expect 6. Now, I mean, I don't think anyone did.
That's why I'm worried about Chelsea. That's why I'm worried about Chelsea and Arsenal, because they've got Werner and Aubameyang and up front. And I feel like them kind of chances,
they won't let us off.
They won't let us off. And that's the thing for me. Like, Callum Wilson's a good player, but he should have bagged that goal. You know what I mean? Maximum, for me, he has about 10 chances here, he'll score maybe 2 goals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's the kind of levels of differences we're going to play against. And for me, I'm just looking at it, I'm like, we won last night, it was brilliant, you know what I mean? But I'm looking at the bigger picture here is we're still not a complete 90 minutes team. That's for me one thing. I want United to dominate. For me, people are talking about like I think we need to talk about this. Yeah, people are talking about patterns of play and the style of football. Ollie ball. People are talking about Ollie ball. But for me, yeah, if you're talking about Ollie ball, yeah, Ollie ball has to be for 90 minutes. Surely the first time how dreadful it is. Yeah, why the Ollie ball over there? These men are trying to clip it up, yeah, and say, look at Ollie ball here. Listen. Fair play is good football, but good players play good football. It's simple as that, mate.
Individual brilliance yesterday.
You know what I'm saying? If Neymar and Mbappe and what's it called, Sarabia or whoever is Di Maria all play intricate football, are you gonna say Tuchel's a top class manager? No, you're not. You're gonna say Neymar and Mbappe are good footballers. Same way with Van der Beek, Mata, Bruno Fernandes are all good footballers. You know what I'm trying to say to you? When you have good footballers, you have good football. You know what I'm trying to say to you? It's 2-on-2. Don't try and make it look so difficult. I say, oh, Ollie ball. Ollie's got tactics. It has to be for 90 minutes, mate. And I don't see it for 90 minutes. If I see it, yeah, bro. If I see it for 90 minutes, yeah, against Brighton, against Crystal Palace, I would have been like, you know what? Maybe Ollie ball. But it happens in various moments. And that is not called Ollie ball. That is called good players have good football. So there you go. You have the way, are you telling me that goal? Yeah, when what's it called? When Mata did that little flick and then Van der Beek did that little turn, that man was just like, "Yo, listen, we got good players around us." Like if McTominay would not be able to do that, so that means your argument's flawed. McTominay should have been able to do that little transitional play, but he couldn't because you know why? Van der Beek is a better player. Simple as that.
Yeah, no, definitely. In terms of, look, we beat Newcastle. It's not a turn. It's not. We ain't turned the corner or anything like that. You know what I mean? We beat Newcastle. We got a nice little win in the end. It's a convincing scoreline. It's not a turn of the corner or anything. We got bigger games to come. But I feel like it's one of those moments where it's like we needed that, bro.
Yeah,
like we needed that. If we had lost that game or even drawn, flipping hell, bruv, it would have been like a morgue at Old Trafford, bro. Like literally, it would have been just too much. You know what I mean? But we know United turn into prime Barcelona when it's Ollie's jobs on the line. You know what I mean? So this, when I'm looking at this run and I know Ollie's jobs on the line, I'm kind of thinking we might come out of this looking kind of healthy, fam. I'm not even gonna lie. These man, I don't know what goes on. I don't know, like flipping out. Rashford starts moving like, yeah, he's a real mankin that he loves Ollie and that. All of a sudden, every single time his job's on the line, Rashford goes on starts scoring, starts doing this. Bro, I don't know, man. It's a weird one. He bangs that judge, but hey, it might get us through. What is it? Arsenal, Chelsea, and Everton, and PSG.
And Leipzig. Yeah.
Right. Hey.
There's not a system. Yeah. There's not a system for Leipzig, bro. I swear
decently. I don't know why.
I don't know, bro. No, I mean, I don't know, innit? Like what Saeed said, it's about the consistency is what I worry about. I believe in moments United will cause all of these teams problems.
Any teams.
In moments, blood. But the thing is, over the course of a 90-minute match, I don't think we have it, bro. Like we don't have it for me. It worries me, innit? Positionally, it worries me in terms of what systems we're gonna play. Are we gonna play a 5 at the back for all of these games? Are we gonna chop and change the formation? You bring in Tellers, like bruv, he hasn't played for us yet. Do you know what I mean? Donny's not starting, which concerns me. Do you know what I mean? It almost feels like he's not an Ollie signing, bruv. Because if he was, why are you not playing him? Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make no sense. You do not sign someone of that caliber for that amount of money to play McTominay ahead of him. Like, it doesn't make no sense. Or to play Fred ahead of him if Fred wasn't a player you signed, which he wasn't. Like, too many things are not adding up, innit? The maths are not really mathing right now, blood. Something isn't right there.
I think
you know
what we're seeing.
Yeah, go on.
I think what we're seeing so far is Ollie sees Donny van der Beek as a number 10. And then that's what we've been saying. Just a number 10. He can't play in the double pivot according to Ollie right now. So that's why, and he's not going to drop Bruno. We know that. So it's kind of like, as we said before in the numbers video about Donny, there was literally no point of signing him. It was literally, he was available for a certain price and we got him. Yeah. And that was only because of Van der Sar that we got him, let's be honest.
100%.
And I said that before. When we signed him, I was like, bruv, I'm not excited about this signing because he's good, but we don't need him. And everyone was like, oh, you're always moaning. But he's not playing now. We might as well have slapped that 10 million agents fee that we spent on fucking Tarzan, and got Thomas Partey. He would have been playing.
Yeah, you know what? You know what? That's a good point, Francia, because then Partey would have been in Pogba's position, then Pogba would have been pushed forward. That is what would have happened. You know what I'm trying to say to you? So I understand where you're coming from.
A DM, I never understood why we didn't sign a DM though. That was always a priority position, in my opinion. But I mean, when you look at Van der Beek, you know what it is. What Statman said as well. Like, I feel like we're in a situation where he doesn't know what his best position is yet, and that's jarring because we already have Pogba, who people we don't know, well, Ollie or whoever don't know what his best position is. Can he play this position 8, 10, 6? What is it or whatever? And that's now gonna looks like it might be a situation with Van der Beek. The only good thing is it's depth, bro. You know, last season, if McTom and Fred played like if McTom was playing or Fred or somebody had to come off or whatever, and we're bringing on Andros Pereira and that, bro, nothing was gonna change. But now we can at least come and be like, yeah. Look, man, he needs to be starting. We got a decent headache in midfield. You know what I mean? At least we can talk about quality players should be starting ahead of another quality player instead of, oh my God, we're gonna have AP running on the pitch. We're gonna have Lingard running on the pitch, and that. You know what I mean? So that's the only positive I can take from it. But it's true though. I need to see him starting. I need to see him starting some games, man, because he's looked brilliant every time he's played, fam. So
is he gonna drop Bruno though? That's my question. I don't see him dropping Bruno, man.
But then he needs to find the tactics to play all of them, bro. Or do you know what I mean? If he wants to drop Pogba for a bit, cool, drop Pogba, but you can't drop Pogba and fucking Donny. It don't make no sense, innit? For me, Pogba has to play, but if he's not gonna play, that's even more reason that Donny has to play, bro. Like, you can't drop them both, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's why when man are saying giving Ollie credit for yesterday, it's like, bruv, you literally righted the wrongs of your team selection. Because if you left them two on the bench, we probably would have struggled to get over the line yesterday. So I think maybe you should have started them in the first place.
I think maybe Donny has to play on the right. Think about it. Like, Donny likes that inside right channel. We saw Juan Mata play on the right, come inside. So if Donny does a similar thing, it could work.
Right wing.
Yeah, but why don't you do that? If you can play Mata on the right wing, you can play Donny there.
Exactly.
Donny's more athletic than Juan Mata, and he's got more of a nose for goal as well, bro.
And you help Juan Mata defensively more than Juan Mata. And
I'm not saying it's the solution, but it has to be an option. If Mata can play there, Donny can play there.
And we've seen Mason at times struggle this season on the right.
I would rather. I wouldn't want him playing on the right, man. I can't even lie to you. I can't even lie. On the right, I just think we're just gonna now just we're making him redundant. You know what I mean? We're just kind of just putting him on the pitch and just saying, hey, just do whatever. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So
that's what we do with Mata, though.
Huh? Yeah, that's but you know, Mata
can do that. Who's Abba?
Who?
Yeah, allow that, man. That was a little bit of a meme last night. Defamation of character.
Did you see the meme they made of Saeed, blood?
Yo, I'm suing the man, them, yo. I'm suing them.
Them man said Aubameyang after he signed the thing, and they had a picture of Saeed with the Gucci bag.
I'm logging out, man. I'm logging out.
I'm done out here,
bro.
Yeah, bro. They got him last night, bro. Spectacularly, blood. On this banter page. I swear they got like 1 million followers as well, blood. You got it.
I need to see it.
Hey, the streets will never forget, blood. Oh my God, fam.
Bro, you see with
secure the bag, man. Allow me.
You see with Mata, the Mata coming off the right, I think is good. Obviously, he's coming on off his left foot, and I think he's the one. I'll probably say Mata's the one player in our team who I feel like, well, maybe Van der Beek now, but if you pass the ball to him, it's gonna stick. You know what I mean? Yeah, he can pop and quick into his one. Class is permanent, in it. Has he got the legs? No. Has he got the physicality and stuff? No. But has he got quality? He has got quality. So what you got to do is, if you've got a quality player like that, is link him up with other quality players. And I like when I see him and Bruno popping it with each other, and I've seen him do it with Van der Beek and stuff. So Mata surprisingly might have a little decent role for us this season. You never really know, man. You never really know. Oh, he might just do a Matic and give us 10 good games and then goes to the rest of the season, but who knows?
But Matt is showing that if you put him around intelligent players, he's still a valuable player, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Donny Van der Beek and him have a very good understanding. Same with him and Pogba. Same with him and Martial, bro. There's certain kind of players that he likes playing with. Him and Bruno don't really click like that. Do you know what I mean? And it's the thing is, it's the movement off the ball. Bruno works very, very hard. He's very tenacious. He clips at ankles and that, but his actual forward movement and that it's not too clever. Like, it's not too clever. Like, he'll pass the ball and he'll admire it. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Donny will pass the ball and he'll drift into spaces and stuff like that, which is why you'll probably see Donny will score these little scruffy tap-ins if he plays regularly, because he likes to kind of ghost into positions, innit? Similar to what you were saying, like Aaron Ramsey and that. Them kind of players, like, they want to get in the box. Yeah. And I just feel like Mata needs players that pass and don't just stand there and fire their pass. They move around him because he's got no legs. He needs legs. He needs movement around him, innit? And I feel like Donny gives him that.
But don't you think defensively we're a bit more exposed with Matt on the right?
Oh, yeah, massively. But luckily we've got Wan-Bissaka that can do that. But again, defensively with Mason on the right, we're exposed as well. People talk about Wan-Bissaka's form, yeah, but bruv, ever since Greenwood went out there, yeah, bruv, man's getting exposed because Greenwood don't come back this way.
And people laughed at me. People laughed at me when I said Matter's probably the best option on the right-hand side because he can give that intelligent balls to Martial or whoever's up top. And also, he tracks back, man, and it gives it hard yards. I love Greenwood. I think he'll get there eventually on the right-hand side. But for me, the intelligence of the ball, he looks up, wants to shoot straight away, which is not a bad thing, yeah. But sometimes you can't just do that all the time, and you got to look to be intelligent on the ball. Kind of get in this position, kind of move over here, kind of square it to Martial quicker. Sometimes you don't do that. Quick ball, interfeet to Martial, interchange with Bruno. I'm not sure he does that. Which for me, yeah, I look at it, I'm thinking. That's why Mata for me makes sense right now. And that's why I keep starting Mata. But has he got the legs though? Mata, that's the problem why Mata's not been playing for the last 4 or 5 years consistently. Has he got the legs? And that's why
I don't think that's not why Matt has been playing though. I think Matt hasn't been playing because they haven't been using him to his Can
he play consistently though?
To his strengths, bro. I mean consistently, bro. I don't think that Matt don't have the legs, bro. Like Matt has never been.
Where's this meme?
They're killing it. I don't believe that Matt don't have the legs, bro. Matt has never been quick, bro. He's never been quick, bro. The difference is Matt was given more of a role, yeah, that suited his skill set when he was playing for Chelsea. When he came in, David Moyes had him on the right of a 4-man midfield, bro. Like Matt has been violated ever since he's come to the club.
I think one of the benefits of Matt on the right is that we have Martial and Rashford who are basically inside forwards or like strikers. They get goals. They're not creative players. If we did get Sancho, what does he average? Over 2 key passes per game. He's a creator from the right-hand side. 16 assists last year. Matt is kind of more similar to that Sancho kind of mode in terms of being a creative winger, which we need to complement Martial and Rashford.
Facts. Oh, them man are saying, hey, say again, Chubby Alonso from yesterday.
Listen. So Squats,
Saeed was saying he can play DM. That man called him Chubby Alonso and that.
Yo, listen, we can play DM, man. Play that ball. Interchanging them balls, man. Come on.
Chubby Alonso, fam. They killed me yesterday. Fuck
yeah.
Come on. So Squats, man. I believe it's Squats. Alonso's not my type of style. My type of style is probably Squats and that. You feel me?
This guy's funny, blood. Hey, they're saying that Harry Maguire's mum's doing a mazzoline on socials, blood.
Yo, they're on it, man. Even her sister, her sister's fired still. I'm about to chat to his sister.
Nah, bruv. Man had got the slab head as well.
Yo.
I need to see that meme, man. That meme.
Bruv, I sent it to you, blood. It's in your phone.
Aye, it's madness.
Hey, Cams, I sent that to you still.
Yo, so Squats, man. Yo, shout out to On Styles, man.
That's what I'm saying. But no, Statman.
Yeah.
Real talk though. Yesterday, yeah. Matt's performance. I think Matt's performance got overshadowed.
I'm telling you.
Hey, nah, do you know what?
How did they find me like that, bro? I don't understand, bro. Allow it, man. Man's trying to live a good life and that. Man's trying to live a good life, man. Allow it, man. Sorry.
Hey.
Even Cam's Wi-Fi can't take it, man. Even Cam's Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? Yo. What is this?
Hey. That is funny still.
Cam's gone.
You man, slap the like in it. Slap the likes, bro. You need at least 1,000 likes in here, bro. There's 1.5k in here. Matta's performance yesterday got overshadowed by the fact that Bruno and Rashford were stat padding again. But Matta played very, very well, bro.
93.7% pass accuracy, completed 31 out of 34 passes in the final third, lost possession 8 times, created 3 chances. Just a typical Matta performance, kept the ball tidy. Like comparing it to Bruno's pass accuracy was 80%, completed 23 out of 35 final third passes, lost the ball 25 times, which is what we kind of expect with Bruno.
Yeah, he averages what, 27 or something?
I think it's around 22. I think it was last season.
Yeah, mad thing. You see what I mean? So when you look at the efficiency of one Matta compared to the Bruno, yeah, that's why I've always said, yeah, when I'm playing devil's advocate, I'm like, bruv, we've never given a player the amount of freedom we give Bruno. Probably Alexis Sanchez was the last player that was just allowed to do whatever he wanted. Do you know what I mean? If we gave Matta the same amount of freedom in the same areas that Bruno occupies, the numbers show that he would actually be as if not more effective. Maybe he wouldn't score as many goals, but he would definitely create more chances.
But Bruno did create 6 chances yesterday, which is obviously a positive. And yesterday, I keep saying he's the number 8, made 4 tackles and 3 interceptions and 2 clearances.
Exactly. So he should be deeper.
And
there's an argument to say that Matta could play ahead of him.
And we saw with Portugal, when he's playing in that number 8 role, his pass accuracy is in the 80% and he's still creating chances. So, like, when you called him a brain-dead footballer, he's literally a brain-dead footballer in a way for Manchester United. But for Portugal, it's a different story.
But it shows you give him too much freedom, he'll hang himself, innit? So you got to kind of pull him back a bit.
And you can't blame him because, like, we saw when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, like, how he says it, let Bruno do what he did in Sporting.
Yeah.
So if no one's telling Bruno to improve, that's what you kind of expect of him.
And we even said yesterday, when Bruno looked like he lost his head in the game, yeah, after he missed the pen and that, because even the run-up for the penalty looked suspect, innit? Like, I was saying to Saeed, yeah, I was like, if you know body shape, yeah, Bruno could only go that way. When you're going in the other corner, normally you open your body up. Like, he took a short run up, he didn't skip or nothing. That it didn't look right, innit? It looked like Bruno's head was gone and he wasn't concentrating on the penalty.
And when you looked at Darlow, he literally moved a bit to the right as well.
Yeah.
So he already knew he was going to go
He already knew, bro, because his body language was showing man that way. And Bruno looks like a frustrated figure out there, blood, when you see him. Yeah. I wasn't blaming him yesterday when he was.
That's why I went for the smack in it. That's why I went for the smack.
I wasn't blaming him yesterday because usually when he does dumb things, yeah, I'm like, oh, Bruno's out again. But yesterday he was visibly annoyed, bro. Like you could see it. He was pissed off, bro, and I get it because there wasn't really much going on around him, and he's thinking, bro, does man have to carry these man every week? Because it's almost like Ollie's just like, yeah, Bruno, like just go and do your thing in it. Like he's not that kind of guy. It's clear that he's a number 8, and he needs good players around him. And when he doesn't have that, he gets a bit frustrated, innit? And obviously, you can see that his levels are a lot higher in his head, bro. He expects everyone to be playing up here. And when they're not, he just gets annoyed, bro.
Well, you can't blame him. On the left, he had Dan James, and on the right, he had no one because Wan-Matt kept coming inside.
Yeah, he was getting pissed off.
And you saw after the game when he was talking about Wan-Bissaka, he's like, we need to see Wan-Bissaka going forward a bit more. So like Bruno literally knows what's wrong with his team.
And the thing is, the difference between Bruno and Pogba is, yeah, body language. You know them ones. When Pogba gets annoyed with these man, because he's got quite a languid style, it looks like he's kind of walking around, innit? Whereas Bruno does the opposite. He gets angry and charges around and fouls people. You know, so it's like Bruno's frustration, people accept it more because it looks more acceptable, innit? But they're both very frustrated figures on the pitch for United. You can see it. They both look annoyed every time they're playing. Even when we're winning, Bruno's shouting at people. He's annoyed.
What, did you think Pogba should have got dropped yesterday, though?
Probably. Do you know what I mean? Probably. I would have started him, but when I saw he wasn't starting, I didn't mind. But it was Donny and him not starting together what pissed me off more. Like Bruno, like Pogba played well for France, innit? So it's one of them ones, but he always does. So that's a non-story. But for me, if you don't start Pogba, you have to start Donny van de Beek, bro. I think Donny scored as well, didn't he?
Yeah, against Italy.
Yeah. He scored and then man gets dropped from Man United. We're not good enough to drop Donny and Pogba. We're not good enough. Do you know what I mean?
Happy little goal. I saw it. Yeah. He's like Ramsey. I'm telling. When he's in the, he likes to get in the box, bro. He likes them type of goals, man. Hey, but you know what? I feel like, hey, Bruno's finished though. Woo.
Bruv, that was amazing, that finish. Especially after missing the penalty, to be able to pick himself up mentally and still do that. That shows that his confidence is unshakable. You know them ones. Because certain men would have overthought that and maybe thrashed at it after missing the penalty. But the way he put that in the top corner, that shows you that this brother believes in his head that he's a top player, in it. He believes it.
Yeah.
Bro.
And even though that was offside, was nice as well.
I can't lie. You need people like that. You need people like that around, because I feel like Bruno is one of them players that if he's playing poor, he will look at himself as well. You know what I mean? I don't think Bruno is one of them players that would necessarily just finger point. If he's not playing to the standard, as you mentioned, Rants, he'll be frustrated with himself. He'll be frustrated with everything. Yeah, I mean, but sometimes you need that, bro. Remember when, not comparing them as players, but remember when Rooney was frustrated? Bro, it's trouble for everyone, fam. Himself, the player, Fergie, everyone.
He was almost more dangerous when he was angry, bro.
Exactly. So it's good we have someone like, especially when we ain't got this team, young team, no leaders. Maguire's the captain. He's not even really looks like a vocal guy like that. I was hearing them talk about Connor Cody was bossing the fucking England camp. Like, what's that about? Yeah, I mean, so when you got that going on, you need someone like that. Now, I'm not one of them people that saying, "Oh, just give him captain and stuff," because we should learn from giving someone captain straight away. Look what just happened with Maguire. Yeah, I mean, but that mentality is what you need at the club, man. And I fully believe the rumors, if it's rumors or whatever, but I fully believe the rumors of Bruno going crazy in the dressing room during that Spurs game. I believe that still. Even if they come out and say it's not true, I believe it.
Yeah, no, it happened.
The guy's an elite mentality. You can tell that straight away. The way, even like at Sporting, you could tell he's a leader. At United, it's kind of like we saw it against Sevilla. I think it was when Lindelof made a mistake. He got onto him straight away. Like with Bruno, it's kind of like he knows when he's going wrong, but he also like tells other players, "You made a mistake, learn from it, and do something about it," kind of thing. But it's kind of like some of the players. We have a bunch of cowards, basically. Like Lindelof tried passing the blame onto someone else that time. And that's the difference between like top teams and us right now. We make mistakes and we don't learn.
But that's it. But again, like I always compare footballers like soldiers, innit, bro? Like ultimately, you have a leader. You go out and you're told, you're given demands and commands to do them. You know them as no matter how good a footballer you are, you need commands, bro. All of these men look like they're looking at each other and nobody has the answers. No one has the answers. You know them ones. Bruno's looking at Pogba. Pogba's looking at Matic. Like Daniel James is looking at Bruno. Bruno wants to choke Daniel James most of the time. Like I think he hates Daniel James. Like the way he looks at him, he genuinely doesn't like him. Like, you know, when you watch the game, like you see the way Martial grabbed Pereira by his neck, bro. Like that's a lot of these players don't like other players around them. You can tell. It's like they don't want to give them the ball. I've seen Martial literally look up, see Daniel James and dribble past him because he doesn't want to pass him the ball, bro.
Bro, Daniel James, man, like, look, it was never good for Daniel James before. It was never really great. Obviously, he had that purple patch when he started, and then it got a bit dead. But then you still kind of maybe had a, not really, but you kind of thought, okay, he did a little bit in this game, a little bit in that game. Like, Daniel James has now literally just become totally useless, bro. Like his confidence is gone. Obviously he ain't got the ability to match. He's literally just looking like he's dying out there.
Covering ground now, isn't it? It's all covering ground now. It's covering ground, isn't it now? It's all about covering ground for Daniel James. That's why maybe likes. He looked at the game against Tottenham and thinking, we're playing narrow wingers. Now we need wingers that are going to trap back for me. And that's why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer making it easy option for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Because now he's got a player who will trap back. Him and Matta will trap back. They'll give that solid baseline and they'll make it hard to beat. And I feel like that, for me, it's a worrying sign because I feel like if we stick with this, it could get a bit ugly because, you know what I mean, as much as we can say, you know, with these guys trap back, we need quality, mate. You know, we need to score goals. And yesterday, we got away with it for me because we brought on Van der Beek and Pogba, and they were the difference for me. But I'm just looking at it and I'm thinking, you know what I mean, that game last season with the same team, nearly enough the same team that played Newcastle last season, and we didn't have the quality to go off the bench and score the winner. So I mean, you gotta say to yourself, you know what? Another game, if they stayed on, it's gonna be a different story, man. So
would you not think about Rashford's game? Because you remember Newcastle away last season, That was one of Rashford's worst performances, bro. He played up front by himself. Again, Martial wasn't about, I think he might have been injured. And Rashford died out there, bro. Like, I remember he had that counter and then was it, am I mixing it up with West Ham? Or is it West Ham I'm mixing it up with? Is it Newcastle? He had a game.
Newcastle's when we got fucked over by them brothers, blood. So we lost twice to them.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Rashford was not good that game, bro. And obviously he got 2 assists and he got the goal. What do you think about the all-round performance?
To be honest, Oh, go on, Statman.
I think that was his best performance post-lockdown, personally. I think when I saw Rashford up front, I was like, okay, he's going to struggle because we know back to goal, he's not the best. But let's be honest, like Newcastle, there's still a lot of space between the midfield and the defence. Like Isaac Hayden and whether Shelby and Hendry, they weren't really doing a good job protecting the back four. So I think Rashford had a lot of time to actually drive it at the defence, and we saw with the numbers. I think he made like 5 dribbles and completed 2 of them, which he hasn't really been doing other weeks and stuff.
And to be fair, if you're playing against Rashford up front, you just play a low block and he's out the game, innit? Their line was ridiculously high for a team, that I don't know what they thought they were going to do to us. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, come, we're not that shit. You know them ones? It was almost like they didn't respect us at all. You know what I mean? It's like, they said, what? We can bring this game to United, bro. Really? I thought, bruv, if you put a low block in front of Rashford and Daniel James, you could almost guarantee they're going to be chasing their tails. When I saw them out of space, like even you look for Rashford's goal, bro, Bruno got his head up here and just pinged it, bro, because there was so much grass in behind. He didn't even have to be super intricate with the pass. He just needed to just hit the space because there was you could have literally parked 2 lorries in there, the amount of space they gave Rashford. You can't give him that kind of space. You know what I mean?
Do you think it's a thing that Oli should rotate a little bit more in terms of sometimes put Martial on the left, Rash up top, or do you think, because with it right now, I don't think Rashford's a 9, right? But you see right now, it's just straight up, more time in the match. It's just straight up Martial 9, boom, Rash left. Why don't they both just sometimes just, I'm going to take up striker here, you take up the...
They do change in during the game sometimes. You do see it. You do see it, and then... Nah, I think we see it enough. Because honestly, the thing is, I think that Martial's better on the left than Rashford. And he's better up front than Rashford. So the problem is, like, I feel like we lose something either way. I'd rather have Rashford on the left. Because at least he gives you that shot when he comes in. You know the ones. It's like with Martial, he goes past people effortlessly on the left, but then he looks up and then he tries to make a pass, and maybe the movement's not good enough, so there's no one to pass it to. He won't shoot though most of the time. He'll try and pass it across the box, innit? Whereas Rashford will get his head down and lace it, innit? So it's one of them where I just think Rashford's better on the left, bro. Do you know what I mean? I just think that Rashford needs to use his pace more. I feel like his confidence isn't there when there's not grass in behind. Whereas Martial, one-on-one facing up a player, he'll go at them every time. You know what I mean? Whereas Rashford, now you're seeing him put his foot on the ball, try and pass it across and try and build things up, brother. I think he needs to go back to the basics Rashford that I know, head down and just toast, man. Just toast, man, bruv. Stop trying to be too clever. Like, that's not your strong points, innit? Certain wingers, their strong points aren't picking out passes, and you're never going to see a perfectly weighted ball from Marcus, bruv. I just want to see him roast, man.
Rashford's got a good ping, in my opinion, but it's not something that I need to see all the time. You know, it's not a Wayne Rooney-esque ping. You know what I mean? Like,
it's not that.
It's not that I need to see all the time. So it is like about playing to your strengths, and it's the same kind of thing with Martial. I feel like Martial is good up front. We know he can hold up the ball. That's something that we can have a bit of security with him. He can hold up the ball, and he's very good with like the link-up play. But then, don't you think Martial's biggest strength is his dribbling? It's direct dribbling. I'll say his dribbling, his finishing, and his pace. Innit? He's got
the best feet at the club.
You think we're taking a lot of his strengths away by putting him up top? Because if I just said his 3 most promising strengths are mainly would be something that you'll put on the left. Do you get where I'm from?
You know why it comes so? The problem is with that is no one's gonna have Rashford isn't good enough to glue the ball though. That's a problem.
Cavani,
I agree.
Cavani comes in, you play Cavani in the middle and you play Rashford on the right. That's what I said, bro.
There you go.
That in theory that sounds nice to have all 3 of them out there, but the right-hand side thing, Martial and Rashford have shown a that they don't really want to play on the right. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So I think Rashford will do what he's told, bruv. You know them ones. He's Mr. Manchester, innit, bruv? Go play on the right wing. You got a decent.
I think he'll play it, but I think we're gonna see. I don't think he'll perform well. That's what.
Yeah, but I don't necessarily think he's performing that well from the left, bro. Like this was his first good performance post lockdown. So if he might as well be on the right, he can't be worse than Daniel James. Oh God,
I'd rather just keep it with how Greenwood is playing on the right hand side. To be honest.
But that means we have to play Martial down the middle because for me, Martial from the left.
It depends if Cavani's going to come in and even be a star. But again, at least we're talking about good players, man. About good players and who can play where. That's the
ultimately, Martial is the best number 9 we've got because he glues the ball, he connects everything, he holds up the play, he gives us that kind of license to play to push forward. Rashford will never ever do that. And every time there's a lost in transition of the ball, every time we have the ball, it'll literally be like peg back FC. Right. Rashford lost the ball again. Whereas Martial, you know the ball's gonna glue up to him. At least on the left hand side, players have a more of a chance to get back forward to their position. When you're up top and say now the ball's up top, Pogba moves forward, Bruno moves forward. You know what I mean? You already seen against Tottenham how much we went forward and then we were so naive at the back. So for me, Martial or nothing. Rashford, for me, it doesn't matter where he plays in terms of left hand side, right hand side. I don't mind. I don't bother because I feel like top forwards can play anywhere. You know, if you're a top forward, Dembele can play left or right. Depay can play left or right. Top forwards, You know what I mean? Look at Raheem Sterling. He's good on the right, good on the left. What's the excuse, man?
Yeah, but I don't think Rashford. I don't think Rashford's a top forward just yet, though. We see.
No, I'm not saying that. Yeah, go on. Yeah,
we see he wants to come onto his right foot. Like when he had that spell where he was like unplayable at one point, he was coming from the left onto his right foot shooting. We saw it against Tottenham when we played them in December. That's his best position. I can't see him playing on the right. And like Martial on the right, I think we saw it under Jose when he tried playing Lukaku, Rashford, and Martial. I think he had that chance against Newcastle where he was coming from the right hand side and he missed it. And you can kind of tell that's not his position, like, or he doesn't really want to play there.
I like what you said about Raheem Sterling.
One thing I would say is with the movement of Cavani, the headering ability, Rashford's got a good cross. Rashford's got a good cross and a good dual cross. So maybe off the right with Cavani doing the mad thing, that could
bro, for me, that's the most that makes the most sense for the simple fact that Marcus Rashford, if you give him too much time, he'll do the wrong thing in it. So when you put him on the right hand side, going down the line and using his pace on his stronger foot is the most obvious thing. Sometimes he needs the most obvious thing in front of him because if he's got too many options, he will do the dumb thing, innit? For me, with Marcus Rashford, pace down the outside, put a ball in, I think he can do that very, very well. Do you know what I'm saying? I think when he has the option of coming inside, he always chooses to shoot instead of passing most of the time. And a lot of the time, the pass is on, but he'll shoot and he'll hit the man or something like that. I think on the right-hand side, we can use his pace and he can cross, bro. And if there's someone in the box, I genuinely think Martial with the ball at his feet, he's one of the best one-on-one dribblers in the Premier League.
I hear one of the best. With Rashford, it's kind of like we're not seeing modern day football teams playing with like a right foot player on the right hand side. We're seeing modern day forwards or like wingers being inside forwards. Yeah, they want to come inside. That's why I just don't see Rashford playing on the right.
Yeah. No, you're right. Do you know what I mean? Remember, like my man saying, remember when my man done the little elastico thing and crossed it for Pogba against Bournemouth or something like that. Like he can do that. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like Rashford, he thinks he's a striker, but he plays but he's not a striker. He almost likes to.
I don't think Rashford ever said that I'm a striker. You know, I remember when they were saying, "What does he play?" He was just like, I'm a forward. I'll just play where I need to be played."
But when he was playing on the wing before, man was like, he's a striker, blood. He wanted to play up front, and then Oli came in and put him up front, and then he wasn't cutting it, fam. That's what happened. He thinks he's a striker in his head, bruv. Like in modern day football, strikers are playing from out wide now. But for me, like one thing about strikers is you see their movement in it. For me, what dictates whether someone's a striker or not is usually their movement in and around the goal, innit? He doesn't move like a striker.
Is it deadly enough? That's the thing,
but it's not even the finishing, it's the movement. Because even Michael Owen pulled it up before and he was like, look at this. And so did Ian Wright actually on Match of the Day. He said, right, he should be making this run, should be making that run. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't do it. He doesn't make traditional strikers runs, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? He doesn't do these things.
Cavani's going to help us.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think
Cavani will tell him where to go as well. Cavani would be like, listen, be in this position and just get the ball to me quickly. You know what I mean? It's not. That's why, for me, that's why, as much as we hate, and De Maria is still a snake, but he is one of the best in the world at just getting the ball quickly into Neymar, into Mbappe quickly. You know what I mean? Getting that ball in behind quickly. Can Rashford do that? I'm not too sure. I still believe, Rashford thinks he's Ronaldo. And he still thinks that he can get the ball outside the boot, shoot. You know what I mean? Every time he's looking to do that. So I'm not too sure. I think Rashford has to realize that, you know what? I've got to become a team player. And I've got to literally change my kind of a playing methods and almost suit the team now. I think he has to forget about being Ronaldo anymore. Just literally play for the team. Look at yesterday. When he plays with the team, he looks so much better.
Don't you think he's done that? Don't you think he's done that post-lockdown? Like, you can see he's kind of changed his game, though.
I don't think so, you know. I'm not too sure, but I think it was poor in lockdown. But I think, you know, I
think he's been poor, but like his game's kind of changed. Like, you can see he's trying to become more of a creator. He's not really taking three or four people on and doing that silly.
I genuinely think that's because of the injury. I'm not gonna lie. I've said it many.
Of course,
He looks limited, bro. You know the ones, because back in the day, Marcus Rashford, used to want to exploit players. Remember what he done to Trent on his debut, and he absolutely hammered him, bro. That's the Rashford we know, chopping guys, going past them. He's not that player no more.
It's space. That's what I'm saying. Like, in space, look at even the goal against Brighton. Give Rashford a bit of space. Yeah. It's like Timo Werner, fam. Give them man space. They're gonna fucking punish you, bro. I swear to you, bro. But it's about when the game gets a little bit, you know, I'm trying to say,
intricate.
Yeah, how can we get the best out of him? But any bit of space, bro, on the counter, or you give him a few yards, Rashford's so dangerous in them positions, bro. So dangerous. So, because as you said, Rants, maybe he doesn't have to, maybe it's more instinctive, it's more, you know, and look at him, bro. He's an athlete. The Rashford's an athlete. He's a big athlete.
Yeah, he is.
In space, he's a very dangerous player, but it's just about how can we get that more of that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I tweeted it about Werner and also Jamie Vardy. I'm not saying Rashford, Jamie Vardy, or Werner, but what I'm trying to say is that give them a bit of space, they will punish you, bro. As soon as
take that away,
go block and stuff, all of a sudden you've taken a lot out of them. And this is one of the best goals, two of the best goal scorers in their leagues over the years. When you give them space, they'll punish. But it's about how am Man United gonna set ourselves up to be allowing ourselves to, you know what I'm saying, to get these kind of space and get these opportunities where we can get the best out of them. Because even the same, as good as Martial is linking up, fantastic linking up, I want to see Martial in a bit of space running that man, fam.
That's true.
You know
but I think with Rashford, you just
we're gonna fall into the hole where we start making Martial a kind of like a Bobby Firmino and that. That's not.
That's true. That's true.
We do that in Liverpool, bro. I want Martial. Yeah, I mean, turning that man and scoring, fam. So we need to.
Martial's a gunman, bro. He needs to be getting shots off, bro. Like, he needs to be getting into goal scoring positions, bro. We're using him like he's a donkey up front, bro.
Maybe that's why Neymar doesn't play up front then. Neymar's
a 10 though. Neymar's a 10.
Yeah, he's a 10 or he plays on the wings. So that's why he gets the most goals. Maybe as a winger, you get the most goals. I'm not too sure.
You do, because there's more space out there.
In modern football, your wingers are your goal scorers now, bro.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Your strikers now are basically, unless it's like Kane,
Lewandowski, Kawandowski. Kawandowski.
Now you got man like Calvert-Lewin and that. Yeah, but unless you're gonna be like a big nine.
Yeah, true that. You know, that's true.
And do the Benzema, Firmino, Martial little link up. Your nine ain't really.
Your nine's not your shooter. Your nine's not your shooter.
So that's why Martial got frustrated then against Lamella. He's probably frustrated now. You know what I'm trying to say to you? Because thinking, I'm not getting the service anymore. And that's why I called about Greenwood. Greenwood now is looking to get goals. He's not even thinking about Martial anymore. Rashford's the same. They're not thinking about each other. They now everyone wants to get the most goals now. And the most TAA, you know what I mean? Goal AA, you know what I mean? Like
GA,
goal
and assist,
I'm trying to say
Statman diet. Ah.
Hey, Saeed, leave the stats to me.
Yeah.
But I think touching on the camp point about strikers changing, that Cavani signing again is a bad signing then, because we're seeing modern day football changing from that old school number 9 kind of thing, other than really Haaland.
Yeah, that's it.
And touching on that Rashford point,
go on.
You basically answered your point why Rashford is not a striker. He needs that space to run into, so he can't play up front. And I think what Rants was saying about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the start playing Rashford up front, it was really like Martial was coming inside a lot and Jesse was dropping as a kind of like a 10 kind of thing. So it's kind of like he was playing a second striker mode.
Yeah, but you see with it's going to be interesting to see, because it's not guaranteed that Werner's going to bang or whatever. But you see with him, like, he's going to play up front. He got his space up front, and then he delivered, really. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, with that little bit of space. And when I look at Rashford, what I'm saying is, I'm not saying Rashford is a 9. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is there games where Ollie can be like, this is more suited for the movement, for the way Rashford works, would be running around. Is it more suited a game to put Rashford?
I don't think Ollie thinks like that, though. I don't think Ollie thinks like that, man.
I think it's too tactically stiff just to be like every single way, every single game. Martial, who, let's not lie, he arguably is a winger himself, to just be like every single game, Martial 9. No game am I going to have any tactical fluidity where I think maybe this game might be better for this man or for that man. Because at the end of the day, they're both wide men, or they don't know what they're left striker. I don't really know. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But I feel like there's some games where you could potentially mix it around like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because, like, for example, look at Newcastle now. If Martial was fit, obviously Rashford had a good game. He exploited their weaknesses by going over the top and his pace over the space. If Martial was fit, that would have never even crossed Ollie's mind through the match.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they're playing a high line. Do you know what? This might be suited more for Martial to come on the left, start running at them, and Rashford to be stretching them. It would have never crossed his mind.
Yeah. Yeah, but you see that, though. I don't think Ollie sees that, though. You see that, but I don't think Ollie sees that. And that's a worrying thing for me. Does Ollie see that? And that's my worry. Like, you know what I mean? Them kind of adaptability. When we're playing in the game, man, things can be adaptable. I don't think Ollie sees that, though. It's like when Bruno Fernandes, you know what I mean, or Van der Beek, sometimes you don't need 3 in the midfield. So, you know what I mean? You can play 2 8s and then 1 going forward. I don't think Ollie sees that, though. He wants to make it as stable as it is possible, make it better for the defense, and then we go forward from there. What's the old saying? Make it tight at the back, and then we can see where we go from there. You know, that's what I think. Ollie's a limited manager. He's a limited coach. I don't think he sees all that as Martial can be better on the left-hand side. He's going to be like, well, the people call for Martial to be number 9, so I'm giving you number 9, Martial. He sees it as that way. You know what I'm trying to say to you?
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't affect the game from the sideline, basically.
Yeah.
Well, it's got his little iPad, isn't it?
It's gonna be very, very interesting to see how these guys carry on, though. But as I said, I feel like you see these games that are coming up. These are what suits our team, bro. I'm telling man, this is what suits our team. So don't be surprised to see Man United pick up a few wins and Rashford and Martial's not going to be playing, but Rashford.
Martial's been playing the PSG, though.
Years.
He's playing against PSG, Martial.
Yeah, he'll play against PSG.
That's a positive.
So we'll see. I mean, Greenwood's still going to come back in. I think when Greenwood comes back, he's going to lead the line anyway. I think. Actually, wait, is Cavani back next game?
Yeah, he's back against PSG.
Oh, that's calm then.
Is he fit? No, I don't know. Sure, he's fit though.
Yeah, he hasn't.
He's been fit, blood. Cavani. One thing about Cavani, he's a mad athlete. Mad athlete. That's why man calls him Tarzan. Have you seen, man? Bro,
but like match fitness,
Tarzan, blood. He's the
man that will have like 2% body fat, you know.
Yeah, that's it. It's Tarzan, blood. I've seen this brother. Like, he's on.
Oh, we call him now, yeah. Tarzan now, yeah.
Bruv, Tarzan, bruv. I'm telling you see them poverty man, blood. Them poverty Tarzan, man, bruv. Trust me, no shoes and that, swinging from trees, blood. He's ready.
I think physically he will be ready though, but he hasn't played in 7 months. I think for Uruguay, I don't think he played this like during this time.
He's retired, isn't it? He's retired.
Oh, he's retired. Yeah, he hasn't played in 7 months. Right. So it's kind of like match fitness, match sharpness, and being like physically fit. It's 2 different things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to ease him in it. But the thing is, though, well, we're going to see Cavani, probably see Cavani in bloody January, the way Van der Beek's going on. You know what I mean? Like, it's mad. You know what I mean?
He won't start. I don't think he'll start. But I'd love a little off the bench, grab a goal, hopefully.
Do that, bro.
We need. Hey, nah, you man, seen my man's picture? That killed me. I was laughing for time. You see, Aaron.
Oh
yeah. I seen that.
Bro, I can't lie. I was on the floor crying, fam. I was crying.
But you say that, yeah, but Cavani coming off the bench and getting goals. Listen, this guy is not clinical. He scored 4 goals last year. He missed 16 big chances last year in 600 minutes. A big chance.
We're saying we're getting an Ibra 0.2. We're getting an Ibra 2.0. That's what we're saying.
Listen, I'm saying Falcao. I don't rate this signing at all.
Start, man. Why you playing that, man? I'm getting gassed, you know.
No, bro. He might be right, though. He might be right, though, blood.
Bro, I'm not going to lie. You know what I think he'll do well? I feel like Ollie's attackers do all right somehow. Yeah. And, bro, Igalo's
a mess, man. He's a mess, bro.
For a few months looked a decent acquisition, bro. If he can look a decent acquisition, I think.
The guy scored 2 goals against last, man. Man, scored 2 goals against Farmers, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Cavani will find a ways. Don't get it. I'm not gonna come and say he's gonna flipping go for the golden boot, but I think he's gonna be able to score some goals for us, man.
See, I don't think that, because I think like we've seen Cavani throughout his career, he needs chances to score goals. Even like his best season at PSG, he missed something like 38 big chances or something. So this guy lives for service. I mean, we see it. We don't create enough chances for Martial. No. So what makes us think we're creating more chances for Cavani?
Yeah.
But Cavani has arguably the best movement I've seen for a striker. Some of these chances that we see, bro, I'm looking at, man, Cavani's static. 2 seconds later, he's just bombed off the man.
And you know what it is? It's not Cavani's. It's not even the intelligence of his movement. He just doesn't stop fucking running, blood. That's just what it is. He just, bruv, he makes 5 runs, blood. You'll see, he don't get it, then he'll go again, then he'll go again. He just looks like he's on stuff.
We also got Pelestri as well.
Pass, you know, you'll never have a good pass without movement.
Yeah.
So as much as we can say these guys are creating for Cavani, bro, without that mad move, that pass isn't happening, bro. Unless you're gonna put it right on his chest. That mad move that he does, he creates chances for himself in a different way. Because
what's Pelestri saying? What's Pelestri saying?
Hey, listen.
What's the stats?
What did he play? Like something like 25 games or scored like
Pelestri, bro.
Yo, listen.
Yeah, like
what is going on with this club?
That's why I said, I think on the other video, this guy was a Diego Forlan recommendation. Like we saw what happened with our last recommendation.
We saw some pasta brand then, innit? You feel me, bro? What's going on, man? We saw some pasta brand, man.
Man United are signing an Italian. He's Italian home heritage. Yeah, I told man. Tell me a good Italian winger that you've seen. I've seen one good Italian winger in my life.
Who was that?
Yeah, Cameron.
That was Cameron, and he's Argentinian.
Yeah, he weren't even. And he was
a couple, man.
His great grandfather is Italian. If you're gonna sign an Italian, I swear to you, if you sign an Italian, you gotta sign the core of the pitch. You know, they got the centre mids, they got the strikers, they got the DMs, they got the centre backs, the keepers. That spine is where Italians are really, you know what I mean? The Chiellinis, the Cannavaros, the Maldini, Buffon, De Rossi, Totti, all them, man. You ain't heard about Wavy.
What about Chiesa though? Chiesa's called. I remember there's an Italian brother called Chiesa.
Yeah, but he weren't Wavy though.
He's okay, fam. I feel like people are just throwing his name.
He's okay, man. He's a good baller, man.
No, he's a decent player.
Right.
He joined
the one at Juve,
yeah. I think he got sent.
Yeah,
he got already.
You got Bernardeschi. You've got what's it called? What's the other brother called? Insigne.
Insigne ain't that good, bro.
Insigne is not Wavy, man.
Nah, bro. Italians don't make good wingers. More time, them man are trying to play diamonds and that. You know,
like Del Piero. You got Del Piero.
Del Piero is not a winger, bro. Do not make me flipping. I'll throw this.
And look at the names that we're saying. No one talks about him. No one, bro.
Bro, the guy that plays for Inter. What's the brother plays for Inter? Statman, the Inter right winger. Goes to the sea. Is it getting on now, though?
Candreva.
Candreva's a baller back in the day, man.
Back in the day.
When he playing wing back?
I think he does.
Listen.
And he's a Hakimi.
Listen,
bruv, they're not known for making no wingers, blood.
Bro, there's some things that happen. Some countries, Italians do not produce good wingers, and and Portuguese people do not produce good strikers, bro. Number 9. They don't. I'm telling man now, yeah. If you go and sign up,
them man had held a Postiga and them man there, bro.
Their greatest ever striker was probably Nuno Gomez or something, bro. And he's whack. He was all right.
He was dead, bro. I don't care.
Italians do not bring wingers, and boy, we're bringing in an Italian winger. Yeah, saying nothing. Hey, listen, I'm supporting him, but hey, let me not say too much.
I think
boys keen, isn't it, right? Cassano.
Cassano was a striker, blood.
I was Suarez. FIFA specialty. He was whack, fam.
Yeah, it's a man.
I think what we're seeing Italian players right now, I think the best players are probably like variety
destroyers, blood.
Lorenzo Pellegrini from Roma.
I'm talking about
Pellegrini, yeah. How about Paletta?
You know elite.
Pauletta was a dead striker, blood.
I'm telling you right now, Portuguese and do not produce good 9s, and Italians do not produce good.
Bro, they ain't produced a wavy striker since what? Eusebio. I'm dead. Fam, it's dead, bro. Their strikers.
I get what you mean. I get what Cabs means. We're clutching straws, though. But they don't play that, though. They don't play winger football. Italian football's never been based on wingers. Flying
there
wingers,
you go. That's what I'm saying. It never has. That's why they don't produce them. This is what I'm saying.
Everyone wants to be the next.
I rate him though, but I see him more as a kind of like an attacking midfielder. But
what does England produce though? That's the thing. What do we produce?
We used to produce centre mids and centre backs.
Centre backs, yeah. England. Wait, chill, man. England have produced some great 9s, bro. Come on.
I'm talking about now though. The modern era. Modern day
era, England are producing what? Decent little wingers, maybe?
Oh, well, we're just
decent little wide attacking players, bro. Wide attacking players.
We do, we sign Nike deal players, bro. People that just want Nike deals and that, you feel me? Like little boots and that. That's all we sign, bro. You know what I'm saying, man? Get out here, man.
Hey, he's having a shot at your guy Rashford.
Huh? Saeed,
he's having shots at your guy Rashford. He signed that.
No, I like Rashford, man.
And Sterling, innit? And Sterling and Sancho, innit?
Sterling, man. He's an H&M model, man. You know what I'm saying? Mad, bro. That's all it is, but we're all models, bro. You know what I mean? England's just for model shit, bro. We're not.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, though. Our players now, will they be the English players that we get in this country? Yeah. Will they be the legacy that is for the far future? You look at all these players like Nedved, Paolo, Maldini, all these players here. Will we ever have players apart from Shearer was probably the last player we look at? I think Wayne Rooney, that we think, right, you know what? They could be a pedal somewhere. We think, you know what, that's going to be unbelievable. I think Sterling might get
Wayne
there,
Rooney, but Wayne Rooney was the last of that generation. That's why. Like Harry Kane is up there as well. Do you know what I'm saying? But that generation of football, individual talent, that's not there no more. We're in a system-based era of football now.
I think Grealish is special though. Like if he gets to move to the bigger club, people will start rating him a lot more.
Yeah.
Don't worry about Grealish. But now there's England will with the crop that they got. Yeah, England have got players. Like England are producing a different type of player that they used to produce. Yeah, I'm trying to say back then it was more like the robust hard workers, but they got tech as well. You know, the Gerrards and that. That was kind of England's more, and obviously we had the centre back, but now we're trying to kind of go to the techie kind of street ballers, and we'll see.
I don't think we have any choice, blood, because all the brothers are just infiltrating the whole setup from the under 12s, blood.
But the thing is, for me,
England have had legendary players though, Saeed, bro.
What I'm trying to say to you is, but now I feel like England players now is trial and error. If Rashford don't make it good, it's Saka. You know what I mean? If Saka don't make it good, it's Greenwood. If Greenwood don't make it good, it's I don't know who else is coming up in the thing. I don't know. It's like for me, England's all about trial and error. Like now, Spain, if they have a baller, look at Fati. Look at Fati for Spain. He's now in the team. Nobody else is taking a position. I just feel like England's all about trial and error. Hey?
It's just Adama and them man there. Spain ain't got good wingers like that right now.
So.
They're going through England. They're all a young group trying to learn together. You get me? That's what the issue is, fam. So I do get what you're saying. But think about it. Sterling has basically
experienced man are Harry Maguire and Harry Kane, blood. That's it. Those are the veterans in the England team now.
Yeah, they're 27. You know what I mean? 27.
Jordan Henderson as well.
Jordan Henderson. That's what I mean. Those are the vets, blood. They don't have the John Terrys anymore, the David Beckhams, the Steven Gerrards. They don't have that, bro. So who are these men learning from? They're all learning from each other, bro. That's what it is. And you got Southgate at the wheel.
I just don't think they'll leave a legacy though. The new England crop of players. It'll be one of.
I don't think we're in the era of legacies.
Yeah,
I don't think we're in the era of legacy footballers anymore. We're not in the era of legacy footballers no more. We're in the era of everyone's disposable now, innit? It's a system thing. Man come out, man come in. It's the same with a lot of clubs, bro. You know what I mean? There's a lot of
way too late now. Legacies. They're young, bro. Sancho's young. He's one of the best young players in the world.
Yeah, but I just feel like I've seen this before, but I've seen Andros Townsend ever thought he was going to be the next big thing.
Oh my goodness, bro.
No, I'm not saying no.
Hey, Saeed. Sancho.
Let me finish this, yo.
Did I hear Sancho slander, bro? I'm gonna just kick this guy out.
No.
Where's this?
Let me hear you out. Hear me out.
I have to remove man, you know. I swear, blood.
Hear me out. What I'm trying to say to you is, like I've seen players come and go. Like Andros Townsend, when he came in, everyone thought, right, this is the next boy wonder.
Did man say Andros Townsend for Sancho? Hey, no, get out.
Hear me out.
I don't know about in Manchester, but nobody was calling Andros Townsend the next boy wonder, my bro.
No, but I'm just trying to say to you, Theo Walcott came and gone. Andros Townsend came and gone. There's a lot of players in England, they come and go. Like, for me, Sancho might have a brilliant career, but I'm trying to say to you, the next big thing will come. So it's all England's all about. One person comes in, another person comes in. You know what I'm trying to say to you? Like, it's Rashford for now, then it'll be Saka in the 2 years. Rashford will get out of the team by 26, then it'll be Saka in the team. All I'm trying to say to you is that I feel like England, it's all about who's the next big star. It's all about star names.
Isn't that a good thing though that we actually got depth coming through though?
I'm not trying to say that. I'm just trying to say like that's why I feel like the legacy. I look at players. I'm not saying to you that I look at.
You're on the rope, Saeed. You're on the rope.
I'm looking at no, listen. I'm just trying to say legacy in football for me. It's a big thing, but I always look at thinking, you know what? Like we had ballers in this team, man. You know what I'm trying to say to you? Lampard, Gerrard, they were guys that plays that were legacy. I'm just looking at Man United, I'm thinking, England, I'm thinking, right, one place is coming in Sancho for now. In the next 2 years, there'll be another baller, and then Sancho will be forgotten about. That's what England do. That's why we're never ever going to get anywhere.
I get that, but the only thing is, I feel like this one of these guys coming up are of a higher quality than before. Me, I never bought into the Theo Walcott thing personally. Townsend, you're violating with Townsend. No one ever said
Townsend when he came in, everyone was talking about him, though.
England, man. He's still one screamer for England, but do you know what?
Cold, man. I liked him when it was 22, when it was coming into the squad. He got us into the Euros, didn't he? Not get into the Euros.
You got to think of the standard of those players, bro. Like it was the Welbecks, it was Townsend, it was that kind of quality. Them man are not of the quality of the Sanchos or the Sterlings and them man, bro. They're not.
Yeah, we're talking about Sancho. They're
using a higher quality at the moment than what they had before. But I do get you though. But I think English players do leave their legacy on football. I believe it.
I think what you're trying to say is that the difference in quality. There's the difference in quality between all of these players. There's not a lot in it, and I think that's why you're saying that it's mad interchangeable. It is.
Yeah,
I think Grealish is clear of all of them.
Aaron Lennon, bro. Aaron Lennon was the best thing as well, bro.
I hear you.
Daniel Sturridge was a for me. Daniel Sturridge was probably England's most. For me,
Sturridge was wavy, but he couldn't stay
wavy, man. Come on, man.
Saeed. We're talking about Sancho that got 33 goal contributions last year in the league. And he's
I'm not disputing that.
And just Townsend, Say that.
Townsend could never do that. Respect on Sancho's name.
No, but I'm just trying to say.
And the thing is, he's leaving his legacy off the pitch as well, with all the shoe stuff, South East London and stuff.
I don't care about all that,
man. That comes up to your legacy.
Mad premature though. That was man premature. That boot thing was premature.
But we're seeing stuff like Sterling. Sterling's doing a lot of stuff off the pitch. That leaves a legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Man's doing the Clarks thing. Like,
we've got hype players, though. We've got hype players. Apart from, I believe Sancho is in the old bracket because he's done it on a European stage. But I'm talking about other players, we're on a hype stage. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I hear that.
Mason Mount will be a hype for the next 2 years, There'll be another player coming in, and there'll be another hype. England's all about hype players, right?
I hear you. It's about cementing themselves, isn't it? Who can grab that position and stick with it and run with it. I do hear that still, but let's see, man. Let's see, bro. Let's see. But I don't know about
Andy Carroll, the English Latin, bro.
I don't know about that flipping town comparison, bro. But we moved.
No, I know what you mean about the brand deals and all of that, and the man doing the Nando's thing and all that. I get all of that, but but never ever compare Jaden. Yeah,
I never compared him, man. If we're gonna put me out of context again, man, I never compared. I'm just trying to say to you, Andrew Townsend was a baller back in the day. You feel me? Like he was on his own, man.
No, he was never a baller. No. I think he had a bit of hype, but he was never a baller. Let's not.
I think he was a baller. In that like Nathan Redmond kind of category. You get me? That's about it.
Yeah.
Right, yo, I think he's a baller, me, yo. Come on.
Back in Saeed up, yeah.
Shot on him though. I can't lie.
I think Saeed's just trying to say English players are overhyped. That's all he's trying to say. He's just
I hear it. But I feel like there's overhype in a lot of. I think everyone gets overhyped nowadays, man. If you do a couple good things, you get overhyped, man. If you've heard about somebody in a foreign league and you go and you go and watch and there's a good game, all of a sudden everyone acts like they've seen him extensively and he's a world beater. You know what I mean? For me, there's a few real standout young players in the world, and then the rest of them still gotta prove it. Greenwood for me still gotta prove stuff. Foden has come into a lovely setup, bro. Lovely setup, coming on when it's 3-0, you know, maybe play the odd League Cup final and that. This season we're gonna see what he's really about. Yeah, I mean, when he's getting more and more game. But there's a few young players that I look at and I think, yeah, you're there. And like, you know, like Camavinga, I think flipping
he's there.
He's 17 as well.
Haaland, he's there. Mbappe, obviously, he's there. There's a few, and then there's a few. We'll see if they're going to be the real deal. You know what I mean? But for now, it's hype because they're doing well. That's why it's hype.
What about Trent?
Yeah, Trent has cemented his
team.
I
rate Trent, you know.
But he's cemented his team. Champions League winner.
Who cemented their thing there? So the keeper for me, I'm a bit unsure about, but he's kind of cemented his place because I feel like Southside's got it. Trent's got cemented his position. Sancho, Kane. Who else is there, mate? Henderson.
I think Sancho's cemented, you know, in England.
I think Sancho, with Southgate as the manager, I wouldn't say he cemented it because Southgate is not a progressive manager. With any other decent manager, yes. I think that Trent owes Klopp royalties, blood, because when he plays for England, he don't look like the same player at all. But he'll play because of what he does for Liverpool. But I honestly think that Klopp is hiding a lot of deficiencies in Trent Alexander, bro. A lot of them. Do you know what I mean? I think he's a very good footballer, but I don't think he's a good defender. I don't think he's a good defender at all.
You've seen recently Southgate trying to play the back three as well. Trent higher up the pitch. He's trying to hide that as well. Like we've seen Trent a couple of times before getting caught out for England.
So the only dead threats for England is Raheem Sterling, Kane, and Maguire.
Exactly, and it should be Grealish as well, but they're disrespecting the kid, but it's fine.
It's not. I'll be surprised if he even gets on the plane at this rate, mate, with Gareth Southgate, for goodness sake, bro. So those are the only dead certs, that's about it. Those are the only 3 dead certs for the England team. The rest they need to pattern themselves still and see to get into that lineup. I don't know if he's going to play Phillips or Rice. He doesn't know what he's doing there. He doesn't know if he's going to play Winks or Hendo. He doesn't know if he's going to play Foden, Grealish, or Mount. He doesn't know if he's going to play.
No. Apparently, Greenwood and Williams got liquored up the night before the game.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
Is that bad? Yo, what's Greenwood on, man? He needs to pattern up, fam. He can't be doing that again.
Bro, that's a joke thing.
Bad thing, bro. It's a bad thing.
Who knows, man? But fam, this show's been lit, blood. Later. All right, big up everyone in the comments. Make sure you smash the like. Obviously, it's Cam's birthday and that, bruv. So man's gonna go and do his thing. I got my football match. My team's got another game today, so man's heading up to Enfield for this game this evening.
For the Rants out show later on.
Nah, bruv. Listen, you know that one's there, bruv. Man's about to do an absolute masterclass today. I don't care, fam. This is my strongest squad that man's had. Like, I'm actually licking my lips. I can't wait for today's game.
Right, all I'm saying, everyone, look at the clips on Instagram on that league. Expressions is doing everything. Ranty just standing there on the sideline.
This guy,
Ranty is Ollie,
Ranty is Ollie.
Bro, the thing is, you know why? Because it's actually my team. My brother comes here to do all the commentary and all the talking, but he don't know the players. They're my players. You know what I was there. So my brother's the one that's going to be. My brother's going to be super loud on the side. I'm not
Rants
loud.
just there moving down the sideline.
I'm like LVG, blood. I have a philosophy, and that's it.
Nah,
That's it. And I make the mental notes, fam, on the side. You're never gonna see me jumping up and screaming, but I might cuss the ref every now and then.
You need backup dancers in it, so fair play.
Never that. But big up everyone here. Make sure you follow the man, them, the @ at the bottom of the screen. You know that. Obviously, big up Cam's on his birthday and that, fam. You get me?
Happy 18th, man.
Come on.
No, I'm saying big up everyone,
man.
That's it. Big up everyone here. Make sure you smash the like before you head out, and we'll catch you in a bit.